working the rhyme, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shits, subscribe for things.
Awesome. Joker's my favorite supervillain, so hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Diamond Select Toys action figure review on the Disney Store exclusive Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel Select Drax. If you're trying to pick this up, you can get it at the Disney Store. I just said it's a Disney Store exclusive. I gotta give a big thanks to Diamond Select Toys for making this review possible. If you want to see the latest from them, be sure to check out their YouTube channel, link in the description below. And we get the same art right over here on the side as we'd seen on the other figures, and then on this side we get a very cartoony looking Drax, and then on the back you can see a product shot, and then you can see the other Guardians figures right over there. Not much more on the side or the top or the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Drax the Destroyer out of the packaging, rounding out this Marvel Select Guardians of the Galaxy set. I gotta say, this one's not my favorite one out of the set, but still a cool figure. There's a lot of things to really like about this guy. I mean, look at that paint detail right over there on those metal parts. I really dig that a lot. And there's other details to look at as well. He does come with a bunch of accessories, so I want to get a closer look at those, and then we'll get a closer look at Drax. So let's start out looking at the last piece of our Build-A-Base, which isn't looking too bad. You know, these are fairly consistent. I do like the brown dry brushing over the silver. Looks pretty nice, right? I like that. You know, fairly decent sculpted work over here. Really like the paint a lot. And we get some nice edges right over here with some highlights, and we get some browns in there. And you get that Groot Dookie once again. And then, of course, with the other ones, you get the little tabs right over there to connect everything together. So let's bring in our previously built base right there. Here's the ones from the other three. And then we're just going to flip this upside down, and then flip that upside down and make it match the shape, as you can see right over there. That's where they're all going to connect, and just start tabbing everything together. Wait, this one's a little tricky. Oh, yeah, there. And it looks like we're supposed to actually have one more, but I have a spare from one of the other sets, one of the other figures anyway, and boom, there we go, and now it is all completely built. Not looking too bad. I like it. Yeah, it's a pretty nice big base over here. I think Diamond Select did a fairly good job on this thing. You know, my biggest gripe about it is that it doesn't have any pegs sticking up, so that's kind of a bummer. But I do think this is pretty sweet. Probably going to want to have it displayed like this so you can have Groot standing in the very back and have the other characters right up here. But yeah, that is pretty awesome. I'm pretty pleased with this. Yeah, it's pretty large. And just for the sake of being thorough, I just wanted to measure it, and it's about 15.5 inches across. And here's the rest of the accessories that come with Drax, and this is actually my biggest gripe with the figure. I feel like he doesn't come with enough stuff. I don't want these weapons taken away from him. You actually see him wield both of these in the comics, but I also wish he had the daggers. You know, the daggers would have been cool, or if he had two of these, that would have been better, because we actually do see him wield two of these in the comics, so that would have made up for not having the daggers. These are, you know, kind of short swords. Actually, I might as well get a closer look at it while I'm holding it, you know, and it does look very nice. I mean, the work done to it is very cool. I really like the silver that we have right over there. Nice lines sculpted inside, so that's pretty sweet, and I like that. Then we get this big axe right over here. I can't remember what this energy comes from, exactly how he got this. I just can't remember off the top of my head. I remember reading the books when he used this, but I just can't remember. It's been a few years, but anyway, it still looks really nice. Very bright silver on this. I like it a lot. And then looking at the hands, we get one set of wide open hands right over here, looking really nice with the silver and black. I'm liking that. They didn't get the paint in all of the hinges, but it doesn't really bother me too much. And then you get a pair of Draxy McGrabby hands, not looking too bad. I like that. It kind of looks like the Sanctum Sanctorum logo in the top right there for a second. Only for a split second. And then you get a pair of fisted hands, which looks pretty nice. So yeah, I like the hands a lot, but yeah, I really wish it came with more weapons. See him holding the two sword thingies? You see? You see? I don't know, I just think it would have looked a little bit cooler if he had two of those instead of just the one. But anyway, looking onto the head sculpt right over here, I think this looks awesome. I do think it looks quite good. I really like that head sculpt a lot. Very mean, stern. Drax. I like that. Nice red paint. The eye paint looks very clean. I just really like that face sculpt a lot too. Really, really cool. I'm digging that. And get full 360 right over there, not looking too shabby. And all the musculature on the figure looks really good too, very realistic. I like that. There is minor scuffs here and there, you know, tiny imperfections, but there's another one right there. But you know, for the most part, I think it looks pretty nice. You know, and I like that they sculpted the lines around the tattoos, so it's not just on there. You know, they have little lines around the edges of all these red sections, so it's not too bad. Tiny scuffage right over there. And then looking at the front right there, very buffed, yoked Drax, looking really good. Then looking at the gauntlets right here, I cannot remember for the life of me exactly where these came from. My guess off the top of my head is when he came back to life after Thanos killed him in the Cancerverse. I think that's when he got these, when he adopted these gauntlets right here. I can't really remember. So if you remember, please leave a comment down below and fill us all in, because yeah, I just can't remember off the top of my head. But I will say it looks awesome. I love that. Black and silver together just look really good. Just makes the sculpt pop. Just very well done. I like that. Anyway, looking at the pants right there, we get some nice wrinkles and get a little bit of brown added to the silver, some random yellow. And then we get some more brown and silver with no random yellow. Then the boots look really good right here too. Matches the gauntlets very well. I like that. And the hinges aren't painted the bright silver color, but you know, that darker gray kind of blends in fairly nicely. So not a whole lot to complain about. He does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet to not plug into the base that has no pegs. And you can see that he has wrinkles right there behind the knees on the joints. It always makes me happy to see detail sculpted in the actual joints. And looking at the figure from farther away, I mean, you can really see the frame of the body. It does look really good. I mean, I think they did a great job with this. It's pretty awesome looking. But anyway, as far as the articulation goes, it's okay. You can make his head look upward just that much, and he will look downward that far, which is pretty cool. He has side-to-side movement right over here, so you can turn his head all the way to the left and all the way to the right, and you do have really good head pivot. His shoulders can move upwards that much, and they only move downward that far. You could rotate a full 360. He has a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, and then all of the wrists swivel side to side, and they all hinge up and down. And then you have a diaphragm joint right here that churns side to side. No diaphragm pivot, and he'll shift. He doesn't even want to move forward, but he moves back just a little bit. The crunching on this is really weak and not really best at all. It's like it wants to, and I feel like if I try any harder than that, I'm going to break it, so I will stop. Then another gripe right here is the hip joints. These are very loose on me. You can't have him kick forward just that much. I wish he could kick up more than that and not back at all. These got really loose, as you can see right there, so that's annoying. One thing that helps though is just squeezing at the hips right there and pushing that together, because especially holding the big pink axe right there, you know, a heavier weapon, and having his legs kind of a little bit more sprawled out, like sometimes his feet will slip, you know, so if you smush a little bit right here, that remedies that just temporarily. Anyway, you get a mid-thigh swivel right there, double jointed knees, then the ankles move down, they move up, and he does not have anything that can rotate side to side over here. The ankle won't rotate side to side, nor does he have a boot rotation. I wish he had that, just like the Gamora. She's missing that articulation as well. But the feet do move down and they move up, and he does have ankle pivot. Now measuring out this Drax figure, you can see that he is standing just a little over 7.5 inches tall. And for a size comparison, we have our Marvel Select Drax next to the Marvel Legends Drax from the Entertainment Earth exclusive set. And I gotta say, I mean, just seeing the two of them side by side right here, you can see the similarities, similar designs, but that does look like a better figure. I mean, the proportions over here do look really strange to me, especially seeing it next to this one. And here's Marvel Select Drax next to Marvel Select Thanos, and that looks great! I'm very pleased with that. I love the height difference between these two. That is sick, man. I'm very pleased with this. I mean, just look how bulky this Thanos is. Yep. That is awesome. One thing that's interesting to me is I'm pretty certain that these were released 10 years apart from each other. I gotta go back and look that up, but yeah, I think they're about 10 years apart, and they look really good together. So yeah, good job on Diamond Select. And then here's Drax amongst the rest of the Marvel Select Guardians of the Galaxy figures. We have Gamora, Star-Lord, Groot, and Rocket. I gotta say, out of all of these, my favorite is the 2-pack set of Gamora and Rocket. That's my favorite one. And then I'm giving it to Groot, and then it goes to Star-Lord, and then Drax. Not too far behind. Star-Lord is my least favorite out of the 5 of these. Now, one thing... Now, yeah, Nick tried to warn me about the legs on this Rocket figure right here, and then you guys had to remind me in the comment section below over and over and over and over again. But anyway, what I did was I heated up the legs right over here, and then I popped off the kneecap and then removed the leg. Or I didn't have to remove it, I just spun it around, did a 180 at the knee right over here, and then put this right back on these two pegs right there. So now the legs are, you know, facing the right direction and everything, but it doesn't really stand as well. So now I'm not even really that stoked about it, but it does look a little better. And then for your green meanie comparison, here's the Marvel Select Drax next to the Marvel Legends Big Time No Letdown Spider-Man. And then there's all 5 figures on the Build-A-Base looking awesome. I really like how this came out. This is a lot of fun. I really want to have these displayed just like this in my collection. I really actually like how this worked out with the feet. I thought there was going to be a problem without there being any pegs sticking out from the bottom of the base to plug into the bottom of the feet, but they actually can stand fairly well without any pegs. There's enough grooves sculpted in this Build-A-Base so that the characters can find a foot to kind of nestle in there and help support the figure. So that actually worked out a lot better than I thought it would. The mod to the rocket, yeah, that's not as fun posing that figure around. Before I was able to get him to stand without having him lean on his tail, but now there's no chance. I do have to have him leaning on the tail. And once again, I think the Gamora looks absolutely gorgeous. I really like this set a lot, and I hope you guys liked this review. If you did, please hit the like button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the Drax figure. Let me know what you think of the review. If you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more ShartimusPrime videos coming your way. I will be at San Diego Comic-Con tomorrow, and then you can see a photo gallery of images over at marvelousnews.com. Gotta give a big thank you to these awesome people over here for supporting this YouTube channel, for making videos like this possible. And also, if you want to follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, links are in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
I'm gonna play with my toys today. 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 Well, I don't care what the strangers say. I'm gonna play with my toys today.
That's crispy.
We're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your face. I said